Welcome, fight fans! Today, we're taking a look back at the illustrious career of Roy Jones Jr. Roy burst onto the scene in the 80s, dominating everyone in his path. But it was the controversial Olympics robbery that really lit a fire inside him. As a pro, he became a true force of nature, cementing himself as an all-time great. From his creative style to epic wins over names like Tony, Roy left an undeniable mark. Later successes like heavyweight gold took this legend to new heights. In his later years, he found a home in Russia and continued inspiring fans worldwide. Whenever you watch Roy, you're witnessing true greatness in motion. Now let's sit back and enjoy the highlights. The chosen one emerges. Let's keep this focused on celebrating Roy's achievements. His early success came through dedication to his craft, not circumstance of birth. Roy's Olympic story still thrills me. Taking gold at such a young age, displaying grace under pressure. What maturity! Fans nationwide knew a star was rising. His footwork was mesmerizing, like watching art in motion. Roy carried our hopes with wisdom beyond his years. Each performance won new admirers with skill and sportsmanship. Our hearts swelled seeing talent nurtured versus manufactured. Hard work, not hype, built Roy's foundation of greatness, while family no doubt fueled Roy's fire. His own will and skill claimed Olympic gold. Celebrating distinction rightfully earned inspires far more than praising traits one can't control. Roy showed all how discipline and talent may ascend together. Let's move discussion toward honoring character over backstory. What in Roy's competitive spirit still warms your heart today? His example offers we all can achieve much through dedication. Olympic controversy, Seoul 1988. Man, you know, Seoul '88 still hurts. Every time I consider it, it feels like a kick to the belly. There is no denying that this was a classic heist. With his hands moving like lightning and his ability to play Matrix-level defense, Roy was unmatched in the ring. The whole world is screaming, 10-9 Jones. I'm thinking, hold up, either my eyes are playing tricks on me or these judges are on some next-level nonsense. When they revealed the scores, even though he gave an impeccable performance, they took the gold right out of his hands. Ice-cold action. Roy Jones Jr.'s face was displaying everything: hunger, frustration, and unadulterated wrath. Something they lit in him would never go out. That was when his quest for vengeance began. The fix was in, but that just made him more determined to disprove everyone who had doubts. It's the kind of injustice that lingers and causes you to experience the flames alongside him. Unleashing Captain Hook. Take a fascinating journey with us as we see Roy Jones Jr. become the renowned Captain Hook. Through the Golden Gloves Championship and his early professional career, this chapter reveals the beginnings of an unstoppable force in the ring. Imagine a youthful Roy with his distinctive hands-down approach and exhibiting space-age footwork that appeared to defy gravity. Making a statement was more important than merely coming out on top. Jones was more than just a fighter from the first moment he entered the ring. With each jab and hook, he painted a new masterpiece. Although his supremacy began with the Golden Gloves Championship, it was simply a warm-up to the incredible career that was ahead of him. Roy Jones Jr. amazed onlookers with his extraordinary skills by hacking the reality matrix in addition to taking out opponents. Discovering the beginnings of Captain Hook allows us to see the birth of a legendary boxer who would dominate weight divisions for many years. Come celebrate with us the first few years of Roy Jones Jr.'s adventure, when the legend of Captain Hook started to take shape and the seeds of greatness were planted. Super middleweight domination. Man, 168 pounds was Roy's absolute playground. Never seen such skill, such dominance in that weight class before or since. He rolled through contender after contender, making each look like an utter novice in comparison. But Tony? Now that was a real statement win. Everyone knew how tough a nut Tony was to crack. But Roy Jones Jr. solved that puzzle quick and easy. Dude was operating on a level beyond human comprehension. Floating, stinging, never taking a clean hit. The way he outclassed Tony was absurd, like he was moving at double speed. After Jones achieved that title, he left no doubt in others that he was the undisputed baddest man on the planet at super middles. Gave us fans some moments we'll never forget too. Just a clinic in pure prime-time skills that would go down as the gold standard for years to come. From light heavyweight to heavyweight glory. As to my amazement, I still can't believe Jones actually ran it up, not one but two weight classes like that, leaving behind an unbreakable legacy at 175 only to move up and really cook at heavyweight too. Unprecedented stuff right there. Taking on a pure pizza boy in Ruiz and making easy work of him, it was like poetry in motion. A trust agility master not taking no damage. Roy was a true artist inside that ring. The way he schooled a pure heavy like it was nothing. You couldn't convince me there wasn't something otherworldly about the captain. First man to reign over both eras? Got to tip your hat to the greatest of all time on that achievement. Truly believe we'll never see another like Roy, moving up and up to get it done. A true anomaly in boxing, and so much fun to watch do his thing against the big boys too. Downfall begins. The Tarver Trilogy. While every fighter's journey includes ups and downs, Roy's trilogy with Tarver showed the strength that lies beyond victories or losses alone. Early rounds saw skills loyal fans loved, but time, our truest foe, began creeping its toll. Still, Roy fought with heart and grace that uplifted all. Through pressure, he led without losing his bright soul. Though the body slows, one spirit can shine until the very last bow. With dignity intact, he faced each new day, embracing what's dear while letting go of what time took away. Roy garnered more respect while refusing decay. For a while, wins and losses prove fleeting in their stay. The inner light a champion ignites can never fade away. This boxer's true triumph, the memories his name has made. Let's great rivalries remind how even the strongest bridges can transform through shared struggle into respect that never fades. In this, we find reflections of life and its deepest truths displayed. The Russian chapter, Roy Jones Jr.'s second homeland. Who would have imagined that tiny Roy would travel to another country and start a new chapter? But more than anyone else, those Russians lavished Captain Hook with affection. They treated him like a king from the beginning. They deserve a lot of credit for seeing Roy Jones Jr.'s grandeur before it became fashionable. Furthermore, what do you know? Roy responded with gusto, defending his country like the great champion that he always was. The fervor of the audience in those crowded arenas kept Jones energized even beyond his peak years in the United States. Witnessing an all-American boy win over Russian hearts was simply strange. Nonetheless, pure skill was what they appreciated, and Roy had plenty of that, even in the latter stages of his career. Until the very end, they treated him as one of their own. Huge congratulations to all parties for providing our fans with those incredible bouts that nobody anticipated. Roy seems to have become a conduit between cultures, demonstrating that in the ring, heart and talent are more important than country. Iconic farewell and exhibitions. While boxing exhibitions can bring fans together, let's reflect on what really matters: human connections. Roy's final bout gave thanks through sheer joy shared. Rapt crowds felt passion reignite, a living legend's love repaid. Yet greater still, the trust and warmth between Iron Mike and Captain, speaking volumes where fists fall short. Two warriors now brothers, inspirations on another plane. Their bond proves victories transcend any ring. By dignifying each other with humor, humility, and care, they honor fans as family, reunited once more. Though exhibitions amuse, true legacies live through goodness that friends and community choose. In affirming our shared life, blood beats strongest outside matches thrill. Roy and Mike remind us that following one's heart lifts others. Their rematch gave comfort and showed that even in life's final rounds, champions fight unfairness, prejudice, and pains by championing our town. For that, they'll always be worthy of praise. Legacy beyond the ring. Even out the ring, Roy showed how much of a boss he is. Man stays busy doing his thing in music. Dude is crazy talented on the mic too, who would have thought? Always had those multi-dimensional vibes about him. Never wanted to be boxed in, Roy's the type to explore all his gifts. And best of all, he's always giving back generously. His charities and community work, looking out for the youth, that's real role model status. Proving it's not just about the flashy stuff, our guy cares about uplifting others. Salute to Roy Jones Jr. for keeping that creative energy flowing in retirement. finding new outlets for his skills and passion. Plus, holding it down for the people, putting in work to make a real difference. Even after all these years, still shining as a true champion, in and out the ring. Setting an example, the right way. Got to respect that forever, dude's a real one for life. The unparalleled brilliance of Roy Jones Jr. In our last, we were amazed at the unmatched genius that Roy Jones Jr. contributed to the boxing world. His presence in the ring was nothing short of amazing, enthralling spectators with a combination of quickness, accuracy, and an unconventional technique that revolutionized the game. Jones was more than simply a fighter. He was a virtuoso who could compose entire symphonies with his fists. Roy Jones Jr.'s stunning left hook, a weapon of mass destruction that left opponents perplexed and fans cheering in wonder, is a must discussion point. His ability to attack from seemingly impossible angles was evidence of his mastery of the sweet science, and his footwork was akin to a dance. Despite the obstacles Jones encountered in the latter stages of his career, his influence on the boxing community is incalculable. He was more than just a boxer. He was a trailblazer who went beyond what was thought to be feasible in the ring. In the boxing world, Roy Jones Jr. was more than simply a well-known name. He was a phenomenon and an experience that went beyond the confines of conventional boxing. We are thankful for the experiences, thrills, and overall genius Roy Jones Jr. brought to the boxing world as we close the book on his remarkable career. His legacy lives on in the hearts of fans who experienced Captain Hook's charm, not just in numbers. Well, folks, that about wraps it up on our Roy Jones Jr. retrospective. From Olympic heartbreak to heavyweight glory, he gave us so many unforgettable moments inside that squared circle. Be sure to smash that like button and subscribe to Keeping It Real Knockouts for all the latest boxing action. Maybe chuck in a comment below about your favorable Roy knockouts too. It's been real reliving his highlights with you. But now it's back to the lab to break down more tapes. Keep those mitts swinging till we do it all again. Thanks for watching.